That's what I'm doing. Hi, everybody. Hello, Victor. How are you? Victor May. Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. Come on in. Come on in. Say hello. Say hello. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Yes, no? Hi, everyone. Yes, 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 no. Shall I feel everybody? Okay, perfect. Hi, everyone. Happy Thursday. Oh, we got it, Miss Giwa. It came in the mail today. I think I haven't opened it. Thank you, Victor May. Hello, how are you? Hello, baby Saw. Baby _Saw. Perfect. Thank you, Miss Sabina. How are you? It's Thursday. So I left work. I danced a little bit, and now I'm back to work. The story of my life. So y'all, whenever that's when I take vacations, I'm gone. Like, don't call me, don't look for me. Hi, Epic Movement. How are you? Confirmation was delivered to them yesterday. Yeah, package delivered yesterday. So, hey, Miss Juliet, what's going on? Hello, Eleanor Sanctuary. See, it's a good one. We're getting there. We're going to be at 9 o'clock very soon. Hi, everybody. This is Attorney Abisola Adebola Olale, immigration attorney based in Alabama, representing immigration clients in all 50 states. Got immigration. I'm doing good, Miss Juliet. How have you been? Got an immigration case. It was a case that we handle, including, citizenship, VAR cases, H-1B, perm application, EB-2, employer sponsored, national interest waiver, marriage green card, asylum cases. Ekwewa Lago. 334-341-4475. Immigration Kingdom. I love that. I actually just paid what is the domain I just got? Is this CC Immigration Lawyer? I don't even know. I just bought it because I was like, you know what? Before somebody goes to claim it, let me claim it. And it's something other things in the work because somebody is impersonating me on TikTok. We ain't here for that. No. But anyway. I can't not been this anyway. But anyway, if you need to contact our office, our number is 334-341-4475. Yes, you better believe it. Listen, I'm happy Jebel. I'm happy Jebel. So Daddy Jebel thinking. Because I really did not. I was talking to my mom the other day, and when I think back about my upbringing, my dad, God rest his soul, I could do no wrong with my dad. But when it comes to that hustle, feistiness, that's from my mother all day, every day. My dad wasn't like he worked in the civil service. It was fine. He didn't care to own the business. He didn't get to do more than he needed to do. That was just him, to each their own. But my mom, on the other hand, Jebu. You better believe. I don't even know what my mom did not sell. I don't know what she did not sell. My mom sold. She had a shop in 𝒊𝒎𝒒. Y'all, if you know 𝒊𝒎𝒒, like it's like real it's not even Lagos Island. How do I just now? You had to understand. This is this girl who lived in 1004 VI, and then you got your mother that's on top of hustle, went to open shop in the midst. I mean, oh Lord Jesus! But then again, it gave us the life we lived. So, but that hustle is from my. Oh, she's on. If you see how they told 63, that's my mama. She said what? She said whatever. She said whatever. But I mean, yeah, but people like you know, like they're. I was like, my goodness gracious God, yeah, please, 𝒊𝒎𝒒𝒒, like Lord have mercy. On top of this money, but the money sent me to private schools. The money got me to the US. So, hey, yeah, Banky, even though, but when it comes to that hustle spirit and just business minded, and that's something you don't learn in law school. I went to law school to learn about law. They don't teach you how to run the business. And I didn't go to business school, but being raised by a mom who was just business, she's business. I won't even put her business out there, but we're talking about something recently that I was supposed to get for her. And she said, no, she didn't want that. We got something lesser than that. And then she said, I'll be with my community friends. I was like, no, this is not business. This is not. But that hustle spirit, thank God I got it from my mother. Like, there's nothing anyone, and my hats, don't take this wrong, all you brothers, all my brothers. There's nothing, but there's nothing any man is going to give me that I can't get myself. Thank you, Jesus. That's not. I think because even when I was a stay-at-home mom, there's nothing really anyone has that was a big deal for me, because I knew if I wanted it, God helping me, I could work to get it. So, but anyway, yeah. So 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐀. That's where I was. And oh Lord Jesus. But I have to say, my mom would attest to this. My mom, Yabanki, 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕 indirectly, because I was she find guilty, like since 𝒑𝒂𝒔𝒔𝒊𝒕. And she got some really good deals from some wholesale, because my mom sold silverware and glassware. And because of me, but he was a Turkish guy, right? No. They were from Turkey, but they had a warehouse. And because of me, my mom would get some good discounts. In short, I've been the evil boys. Evil boys. I think that Turkish guy, Jude. See, what's the question? On voice. Anyway, and there's another Turkish guy, right? Those Turkish guys that, if I didn't come, he wasn't happy. And so my mom literally will go together. I was like, well, I got to give to nobody. Anyway, by the way. But anyway, welcome everyone. Welcome. This is our space. This is where we come together and we talk about immigration. We share our success stories. Once again, our contact information is 334-341-4475. Website is olalayalawfirm.com. Same number on WhatsApp. Please share. Miss Abena, like always good, and Miss 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐀. we've got quite a number of people reach out. So I'm probably going to do that Zoom thing where it will be very, very normal fee. It will be like a Zoom class where you have the option of having video on, but you can ask your questions freely. Maybe a 2-hour session. We'll see how that goes. First of all, I say that to say this. I'm going to have these two ladies, Lebanese. Okay, they were Lebanese. Okay, yeah. But because you used me to sell business. But then again, can you be more right? But I think I'm going to go get these two ladies to help me out and do the class so we can learn. We come together and learn and share our testimonies. So someone that I don't represent, I'll call him Prince. So if you're watching, you know who you are. I don't represent him, but we've had consultations together, and he's got a great lawyer. And when he reached out to me and says, hey, I want to change that, I was like, no, I know your lawyer, and that lawyer, I can't do more than what that lawyer is doing, more than what they're doing for you. And I don't say that lightly. Today, he emailed me and said his VAWA case has been approved. Like, this has been going on years. Like, y'all don't understand. So when things like that come up, there's no other feeling like it. But he got to know me through this space. Thank you, Miss. He got to know me through this space. And so we come together, we share testimonies, and we attest to God's goodness. Another person got their green card approved today, Mr. T. His green card was initially denied, and then he was stuck with, okay, should I refile? Should I do I-290B? Came to a firm I was like, you know what? Okay, don't be discouraged by using the lawyer, because it just depends. We started all over again. Had the interview back in July, did not get anything, and August 31st, I was like, you know what? There was no reason why we're still waiting, because normally I would say, okay, I told you, let's wait 90 days, but I'm not the queen of patience, so it's like killer people like, it's been, well, it hasn't been 2 months yet, but I was like, what the hell? Why are you whole sitting on it? So I just called them like, hey, y'all, there's no reason. Everything checked out fine. What's going on? And lo and behold, today they approved his case. So we come together here to share and to encourage one another, because it's this positive space. It's got zero tolerance for negativity, and to just glorify God, because all of this is not anything anybody knows, but it's because God gives us the grace to be able to do that. Okay, people, let's talk immigration. Once again, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube at Olale Immigration. Please like, share, follow, subscribe. All of that will be very much appreciated. Okay, tonight let's talk about, let's see, revisiting green card eligibility at N-400 interview. Can USCIS revisit issues or your green card eligibility when you apply for citizenship? Short answer, yes. Why do they do that? That's what we're going to talk about. Okay, that issue, especially if you are Nigerian or you're from a country where they think, they've made themselves believe that somehow we are so whatever reason. But I've seen that come up so many times and very often recently. Someone is a green card holder. They file for their naturalization application based on being in the marital union for 3 years, or based on being a green card holder for 5 years, whether or not they're still married. And everything checks out. English language test is fine. Civics test is fine. And then USCIS decides to pull their record from when this is applicable to those who got their green cards through marriage. They pull your record from when you became a green card holder, and especially if this is happening more with people who did not have to file an I-751 removal of conditions. That's what I'm seeing a whole lot more. They pull your file, and they want to make sure, before they approve your N-400 application, they want to make sure that you were actually eligible to become a green card holder to start with. And so what are they doing? They're looking through your good faith evidence. They're looking through your documents you submitted. Can they do that? Yes. Not because proving good faith is part of citizenship application, no, but because they couch it under the umbrella of good moral character. And one of the things when it comes to citizenship is that one of the requirements is you must have been legally admitted, lawfully admitted as a permanent resident. So that is another reason why they can look in your green card folder and see whether or not they had any reason to suspect if you had a good faith marriage. They had any reason to suspect if your divorce decree was genuine to start with, or is something that's going to cause a problem. I've had God knows how many consultations with people where they get to the citizenship application, the interview, and everything is fine. They take all that pre-oath ceremony, allegiance you take, and then they tell them, well, then the line of questioning goes towards where did you get your divorce decree? I see you were divorced in Nigeria. We'll have to investigate and make sure that your decree is genuine, and before we can approve. And the next thing you know is they send you a notice of intent to deny, saying, we don't think that you submitted a genuine document, and so we don't believe that you were actually lawfully admitted. And the thing is, if they claim you are not lawfully admitted, then they can't approve your citizenship application. So that's what USCIS is doing now. So how do you prepare yourself for that? Obviously, you cannot change what you've submitted when you submitted your documents for your green card. if you're someone who had interview waived, and this is, this interview waiver thing is great now. No, don't get me wrong, but keep in mind that it's not just for now. You've got to prepare for the future. Whatever you're submitting now, you may have it for the next 3 years, where 3 years comes and you're still married to the citizen who got you the green card, or through whom you got a green card, apply for citizenship, and then they go back to revisit what they should have visited the first time. But because they decided to waive interview in your case, you didn't have to deal with that. Or at the time you get your green card, you're married to the citizen, it's been more than 2 years, and so you get a 10-year green card straight. You bypass the need to file an I-751, and you apply for citizenship, and that's when they pull your record and go through your entire record. So the one thing that I'm seeing a lot of is, or two things. Number one, pulling divorce decrees, mainly Nigerian divorce decrees. That's just the truth. Verifying whether or not it was, and this has to do with statutory divorces. So the customary court and all that, really, so the one thing is this: if you've got a situation where you had a customary marriage, customary divorce, and you said, okay, it was registered in the customary court, and they come back and they say, well, we didn't see it in the record, which is what I've said. He doesn't need to record anything. Well, let's even assume they do that. The fallback to that is this, and it's right there on the reciprocity schedule for Nigeria and the Department of State. There is no requirement for documentation when it comes to customary court. So even if they said they didn't find it, the law is that there's no need to even find anything. I'm telling you, that's what it is. An affidavit will solve that. End of story. So this really applies to statutory marriages, civil marriages, registry marriages. So if they come back and say, you know what, the decree nisi doesn't look like, the ground for the decree nisi, for the divorce and decree nisi is wrong, or the suit number format is wrong on the first, that's what they're doing now when you're applying for citizenship. So a good practice will be keep your file. I always recommend every single case that we handle in my firm, and every once we send your case out, within 48 hours, you will get a link to download an exact copy of what was sent out to USCIS, EOR, or whatever the case may be. Those who are my clients on here will attest to that. No more than 48 hours. Most of the time, the same day we send it out, you get a link to download your file, and a link to your tracking, a tracking link, so you can track your package and know when it's delivered. Because I have OCD, sometimes I track some packages that I know they're time sensitive, and so I have the text message and USB as a bad delay, like killing shame people, because I need to know. But that's the standard. That's my practice, because you need to know what's going on. So make it a practice to know what you send in. If you represent yourself in a case, save a complete copy of what you sent in. Until you become a citizen, you're still, you're not on the fence, but anything can still happen. Now, the good thing is this, or one of the good things is, if you're applying for citizenship after 5 years, meaning based on being a legal permanent resident for 5 years, and you've passed that 5-year mark, they come back and have a problem with your divorce decree, the worst they can do is deny your citizenship application. They cannot rescind your green card status anymore, because the Immigration and Nationality Act only gives the U.S. government 5 years to do that. So once you pass the 5 years, TJ, everything okay? Somebody, your divorce decree had whatever, and so based on that, you submitted fraudulent documents based on the divorce decree not being genuine, and they deny your case for lack of good moral character, and you've been a green card holder for more than 5 years. There's nothing they can do. Now, if you commit a deportable offense, it doesn't matter how long you've been a green card holder for, they can always put you in removal proceedings. But based on just what we're talking about today, you pass that 5-year mark. That's what the law says. They're stuck with you. Because if they have like, okay, I mean, for me citizenship, that's okay. I'll sit here. but you may not be able to file for somebody because you were not lawfully admitted. So there's a whole lot that can be a setback. But just so you know, however, before you prepare yourself for your N-400 interview, take a look at your previous file, especially your divorce decree, especially the good faith evidence. So even if you're not filing your citizenship based on 3 years being a green card holder for 3 years and being in a marital union with a citizen, and you wait 5 years, it doesn't stop USCIS from looking back in your folder and making sure that there was no reason to doubt the good faith of your marriage. So it doesn't matter whether or not you're filing N-400 based on 3 years. They still have the right to do that. Good moral character, they have a right to look into the last 5 years as long as you maintain good moral character for the last 5 years. However, the law also allows them the discretion to go beyond that. So, this is something that is recurring in a lot of my consultations, and I just feel that I actually had two of this kind of cases today, and I just feel that like I said, the more we know, you've got to understand, and it's ironic because 2 years ago, really, I was not even the knowledge I have made myself acquire about divorce decrees. I didn't have that 2 years ago because I didn't need to. Like, there was no reason to doubt. I mean, DMI from your new, this is my divorce. Okay, yeah. I mean, I didn't do the divorce in Nigeria, so how would? But when I get the notice of intent to denials, and the enumerate the reasons, then I started to look and like, like right now, if you look at my, because I got like 30 something browsers on. Yeah, all you IT people, just leave it alone. I ain't closing any of my browsers because I need to be able to point and click the one. But my point is, I got one of my browsers right now. It's the Nigerian Matrimonial Act. It's right there on my screen all day, every day, because I reference it every day, and I need to do research from it every single day. Kini Matrimonial Act. So what does the reciprocity schedule say? I have it all day, every day, because now we've got to deal with that. And the ironic part is we are in a democratic government. And, 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, it was still the Trump administration. They didn't stress us about this divorce decree nonsense then under a Republican. And now it's under a Democrat, where they're trying to do immigration reform, but y'all are just pulling all this stunts with us. But anyway, just something to be aware of, people. That's what I'm seeing a whole lot more. Be aware. Now I'm not going to try to scare anybody, because the next day I probably will have my whole day on Monday. I think I'm already booked tomorrow. This is like, no, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to make sure you're aware of what you submitted. If you don't have a copy of what you submitted when you got to get your green card, FOIA is your next best friend. Do a FOIA request, FOIA. Do a FOIA request, get your records direct from USCIS, so you know exactly what you had. And that helps you be able to figure out and plan better moving forward. So the more you know. Yes, ma'am. And that's all she wrote. Okay. Real short, right? Well, maybe not. Let's go to questions. Hold on, people. Let me get my extra eyes so that I can see. Alrighty. It's Thursday. Hello, Miss Creasy. How are you? Tutwala, hello. Welcome, Dwell. Hello, Miss Thompson. What's going on? Okay, I received I-485 interview notice based on VAL. I'm kind of nervous because I had to deny with ex-husband before VAL application. Should I worry of this interview? I mean, I can't tell you to worry or not. That's not. But you're not alone. I actually have one of my clients. We have an interview coming up later this month, and her case is based on VAL. The VAL has been approved. I can count on one hand. And I've done hundreds of VAL cases. But I can count on one hand how many of those cases that we've had interviews scheduled for, even before they started waiving interviews. But we first of all, we're going with God, and God is going before us. He's going to be with us, and He's going to give us the option to function and the words to speak. So I wouldn't worry. I know it's nerve wracking, but if you don't have a lawyer, then I would advise you to go with a lawyer, because they usually don't schedule interview with petitioners. If they do, then you probably want to go with it. But it's not surprising based on the fact that you said you've got 2 denials with your ex-husband. Hey, Miss Murther, how are you? Thank you. God is absolutely great. He is. He is. Miss Thompson, how's TJ? TJ is fine. TJ, come say hello, my baby. Because so y'all probably hear me say TJ all the time. Y'all have 2 kids. You really do have 2 kids. TJ's got an older brother. TJ's just a baby. TJ's my baby. See, someone says, how's TJ doing? You have anything to say? Yeah. I gotta love the kid. That's my 13-year-old baby. He's still gonna be a baby. And he loves the fact that he's taller than me in my heels. Because whenever I put my heels on and when we're leaving in the morning, he'll come stand right next to me. And then what usually do you do this? Like, I'm still taller than you. He's like, whatever. As he can knock your teeth out of your mouth because I'm your mama.
Nah, you can't do that.
Try me. Try you. I think you sometimes you forget for like 2 seconds that your mama's Nigerian. Try me. Just saying. Olokwe is his grandmother. Try me and see. Can't do that. You want it, Danny? Try it. I filed a bar application. My daughter was abused as well. She's now 18. Will they give her a work permit, or she has to wait until my application is approved? So if your daughter was included in your now question, did you file green card applications, or you just filed just the VAWA case by itself? Oh, okay. You included her. She would like to attend college, and in my holder back, she has to wait until my. Did you file the green card application with it, or was just the VAWA petition? Yes, no. So if you file the green card application, then you can file the work permit application based on that C9. If it was just a VAWA petition you filed, then you're going to be the one getting the green card, the C31. So you filed the I-45. So if you file the I-45 and your daughter is included in that VAWA petition, like you said, then based on that, you can file, or she can file, an I-45 for herself, and based on and file the C9 EAD together as well. So you're not waiting until you get the VAWA. Hello, Mr. Tinedo, how are you? So that's what I would say. Go ahead and do that if you already filed the 45. Now, keep in mind, you're going to be requesting a C9 category EAD, not a C31. So maybe if you don't have your EAD now, I don't want to say your name because your kid's a VAWA case. If you do not have your EAD and it's been over a year, then my best guess is you probably filed a C31 I-765. If you did, then you won't get that until the VAWA case has been approved. Congratulations. I will, yes. I'm so excited for my client. And he is, Mr. T, Lord have mercy. He worries a lot. And I had, you know how you just almost like have to talk someone off the edge all the time. Not like literally, but I was like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You've got to stop worrying. It's gonna happen. So when I sent him the text, he sent me like his tears emojis, like, God does not fail. There's nothing God starts that he would not finish. That is just mandatory. There's nothing God starts that he's not gonna finish. So, it may take a while for us. It's not taking a while for God because he's already planned it. But it's gonna happen. So, but yeah. Let's see. Should people be very careful with green card approval without interview when filing for citizenship? That's basically what we talked about, kind of. So just replay this video and hear that. You're welcome. Oh, it's just a month. Okay, just make sure, look in your, well, you probably don't have your receipt notices yet. But just if you kept a copy of your file, make sure it's a C9 category E that you filed. Okay. Let's see. Hello, Kim Sam. Hi, how are you? Did you guys travel yet? All right, let's go to TikTok. I'm gonna start from the bottom today. Can you please talk about traditional marriage divorce from Nigeria? I've got tons of videos about that. If you go on either our Instagram page or YouTube, at Olale Immigration, you would find at least 2 videos about traditional marriage divorces from Nigeria. So, all right, let me. Hello, Mr. Atkins. How are you, Atkins? Let's see. Is TJ the oldest kid? No, TJ is not my oldest kid. TJ is my baby. That's why I always say baby. My oldest son is going to be 19 end of the year. Yeah, I can't believe I have a child that old. I cannot believe I have a child that he's a freshman in college. SJ. That's my sweet child. That's my firstborn child. That God says, bah. And I was like, oh, it's not that. I mean, it's no big deal raising kids. Like I could do this 10 times over. And then TJ came. And I was like, Baba God. She not to. She gone. I do pesa. Femo. Let's go shop. Yeah. What is a good time to call your number? Our office is open well, I get there at 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. 334-341-4475. If you need to discuss your case, you would have to do that by setting up a consultation. And that is 30 minutes, 130, 45 minutes, 200, and 1 hour, 230. And you can do that on our website as well. Dear Janella, I'm from Lagos. I'm based in Dallas. I'm happy to see you. Thank you for joining. Appreciate that. Like your hair thing. My hair is due to be washed. I think I need to wash my hair this weekend. I think it's like 4 weeks now, I think. What are the consequences to marry a U.S. citizen with criminal record? A U.S. citizen that's got criminal record can still file a petition for you. The drawback or the exception is if the person was convicted of a sexual offense that falls within the Adam Walsh Act, AWA Act. That's usually the exception to that. It doesn't matter the criminal record, they can. What is the fate of someone denied asylum and asked to leave? I mean, if you have the option of filing an appeal to the BIA, but if you've already exhausted all your appeal, then I can't tell you to stay. The court told you to leave, but my fiance case is taking forever. He was approved. I will send an email that new NY case. Okay, probably have more information. Petitioner dies while waiting for the interview date. What's next? Sorry to hear that. Once you get to the interview, if an interview has been scheduled, then wait till you get there and let them know, and they should automatically convert your case to a widow's petition. If you've not been scheduled for an interview, then you want to notify USCIS of that, and so and ask them to automatically convert it to a widow's petition. You can't pay the fee. I mean, that's going to be something you're going to contact that embassy about. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to pay the fees, but usually there is an email, a help support email. Email them and see what they tell you to do. Thanks, Ms. Janet. What happens if your I-751 was denied? You're placed in remote proceedings, but it was dismissed to PD. Then you can refile. You can refile. Am I able to submit inquiry for a case? No lawyer filed last year. What is the inquiry? If it's last year, your case is still way within with number of present time. It's not outside yet. So what is the inquiry going to be about? But anyway, you're going to have to send them a letter physically, and you have to provide proof of your identity. I want to expedite my VA case based off of psychological effects of waiting and inability to work. Did you file a green card application? Because you can. That's something USCIS has come back. But I've had, I want to say 65% rate of being able to get them to approve a request to expedite a VA case. I actually just got one today for a woman, and I know she's here, so I don't want to say much because I haven't told her, and I'm not going to tell her until I actually get the decision itself. I just literally got the email today that we approved your request to expedite. So on the same day, I requested for them to expedite 4 different VA cases. They only approved one. The other 3 are like, he doesn't meet. It was like, whatever, but at least they approved one. So you just have, my point is you must have USCIS expedites cases based on emergencies, humanitarian grounds, severe financial hardship. It's got to fall within those grounds and then each person's fact obviously will be different. But so just you can and just see what they say. I have a 10-year green card from marriage, but can my spouse cancel my green card if she wants to? Short answer, no. Disclaimer, because most are too fast. Disclaimer, general information. General information. Nothing specific to anyone's case. If you want something specific, got to set up a proper consultation. So this is just general information. And money, I see land. No, we ain't doing that. General information. So, but short answer, no. Okay. Can my company sponsor my H-1B while my VA application is still in progress? An H-1B petition can be approved because petitions are standalone petitions that are not dependent on one another. The question really is, would you be able to get on the H-1B status while your VA case is pending? And the next question I would have to that is, the answer to that will be, it will depend on if you are in a valid non-immigrant status. VA case pending is not a status. You must be in a valid non-immigrant status in order for you to change your status to H-1B. If you're not in non-immigrant status, that means you're going to have to leave the country to go get your H-1B visa, which I don't see why you would want to do when you're already on the way to getting a permanent option, which is through your VA case. Beautiful young man like his mother. Yes, like his mama. That was you're right. People usually think it's to see my boys and like, oh, they look at their mom, then they see their dad. I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe not. Yeah. But I had them. I had the straight marks to prove it. I have the straight marks to prove it. I did my interview-based marriage 2 weeks ago, and my case status didn't change yet. So it depends on how your interview went. So like the green card that got approved today. I mean, I was at the interview, so I know how it went, and there was just no reason why we're still sitting and waiting. And I was like, you know what, people like y'all just like to complicate things in USCIS. What are we actually waiting for? Like, why are we waiting? Because you just told us. You didn't tell us they're going to approve it. Yeah, but they didn't say anything like that on the interview. But because I was there and I know they didn't get anything wrong, they didn't. Why are we waiting? So I didn't feel like waiting more time before I made the inquiry last week. And that worked. But it depends on how your interview went. If they separated you guys, if they have additional, but doesn't hurt to call them and say, hey, we had an interview. We thought we we're going to get an approval. Shortly after, we still don't have anything yet. What's going on? That reminds me of another person's case that I need to do that on. That's my pen. I have a pen right here. That's a highlighter. Let me say this. Call 2 cases. To do on those cases. My VAD case was denied based on uncertified divorce documents from Nigeria. What should I do? Consult with a lawyer and see if you have grounds or a chance at an appeal. I was listed as a derivative of my mom's I-130 petition, and we have VAD. Can I use priority date? I'm not sure what you mean by listed as a derivative. Is the abuser a green card holder? Because if the abuser was a citizen, then you had your own separate I-130. But in the VAD case, you don't need a separate VAD petition. Unless you're filing a separate VAD petition, then that I-130 belongs to you and you can transfer that. But if you're on your mom's I-360, it's more about her because that's not your petition. That's your mom's petition. Should I apply for citizenship right away to get reestablished? So, and I'm assuming that's you that talked about the 751 ending the removal proceedings, and then PD was granted. Unless you are in the military, you still need to file your 751. You've got to remove the conditions on your residency before you can apply, before they can approve your citizenship. So you still have to file that. Now, if you pass the 3-year or 5-year mark, whatever applies to you, then yes, you can do a concurrent filing, but you've got to still file a 751. Yes, ma'am. God is always on his time. Not our time, on his time. I put in my green card application since December 2021, and up till now, I didn't hear anything. You're not the only one that's waiting. The lady that I talked about that we got the I-130 was approved last week. I think is when I said it was. I think it was last week because we made a call the week before that. Hey, what's going on? Because it's been pending since I want to say April 2021. Yeah, much longer than yours. And I told them like, y'all need to get an interview. This is just ridiculous at this point. Or we're gonna have to sue you guys. I don't do written manuals anymore. I just look at something just to say it. And I think a week after the I-130 was approved, then we got alert that they had a request for evidence for her 45. And yesterday, we actually got the request for evidence, and the request for evidence was for her medical. So basically, since the I-130 has been approved, we know we're not having an interview. The medical, apparently, what we submitted in 2021 is expired because the law changed since then. But at the time we submitted, it was still the validity was shortened. So that's all they're asking for us to send an updated 693. So we're on that. So you can go ahead and call USCIS to find out what's going on and see what they tell you. I'd like to consult with you, ma'am. So call our office 334-341-4475. Go on our website, 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕. WhatsApp, Lydia usually helps me with this, so she wouldn't get to messages until after I'm done, because anyway, we got a system. But if you go on our website right now, 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓𝒂𝒏𝒕, right there on the banner is one of the easiest websites you get information you're looking for easily. You see the options and you see my schedule, and then you can schedule your consultation or call our office tomorrow 8:30 to 5 p.m. How to win extreme hardship in court? Get a lawyer. I live in Oklahoma. My girlfriend lives in Canada. How can I get her here fast? If you've seen each other in the last 2 years, you may want to consider, if you're a citizen, you may want to consider filing a fiancé visa. What are your examples of successful via expedite? So this lady that I just talked about, one of the things that the funny thing is, anyway, one of the things that I said was the fact that I can't give you my secrets. I keep that that's what they pay me. I get crafty and very creative with those kind of things. So, my brothers and I were born here, but my mother is having issues with getting documentation. What's the best way to get it done? What do you mean she's having issues? You guys can file for her. What do you mean she's having issues? I had an application for biometrics USCIS. I wanted to know what that means. Fingerprinting. That's everybody does that. For her. So she's in the Dan Slay. She's in the US. Let me see if you have an update. Is your mom in the US now? Okay, she's in Nigeria. So, as any of you, so I'm guessing you mean when you say she's having problem with documentation, she applied for a visitor visa and she was denied. Is that what's going on? As any of anyone, you or your brothers filed for her? I mean, if you were born here, I'm guessing you guys are 21 years and older. Why hasn't anybody filed for your mother? Okay, let's go to. You plan and find, well, I mean, you guys need to sit down as a family and talk to a lawyer and see what's going on. You got, I mean, documentation problem that can be anything. How smooth is the filing process? You need to sit down with a lawyer so they know exactly what has been here. Maybe there's something she had applied for. I'm not saying that's what, but maybe there's some kind of misrepresentation in the previous filing. You never know. You never know. A U.S. citizen trying to file for my mom who is here in the U.S. now. What forms do I need to fill in order? Contact a lawyer, or you can sit down with us and we can discuss your case over a proper paid consultation. Okay. Your outfit today. But what can I say? Listen, if you're wondering where I got my sass from, it's from my mother. Have you met my mother? My mom is 70 years young. Have you met my mom? Went to London and I was having a lazy day. I saw my mom with blonde hair. I was like, I'll be damned. I'll be damned. But yeah, no, 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 no. But I mean, my mom is. See, yeah, you let you come by. So yeah, I'm my mother's child. I got my size from my mom. So, like I always say, I had kids. I didn't die. Oh my, yeah. Let's go call it what it is. Bum bum. My bum. Yeah, I know. I got now. Once again, that's my mother's family. My mom, Yagbenga, Auntie Bingpe is she's the general bum bum woman. She's probably gonna come for me for this one, y'all. I'm not kidding. You know how people say, people who have those backside where you can literally just place like a whole plate. TJ, would you knock it off? Like you could place a whole plate of food or balanced water. That's my Auntie B. I ain't kidding you. Y'all, not even kidding you. Those Ogunde sisters, that's my mom's maiden name, Ogunde. People here, they've got backside, they've got hips, they've got thighs. They don't need BBL for nothing. They'll give BBL people. Our doctors want you BBL. Go only help once, tell them how to do it. So that's where I got it from. What can I say? I can't complain. I cannot complain. That's why I don't really wear tight clothes because, yeah. But yeah, but you wake up one of the some days and you're like, you know what? I'm feeling really wild today, and I need to reflect that in my outfit. That today was one of those days. Yeah, tomorrow I'll probably be in the kaftan. That's just me. So this vibes is on match. Hey, what can I say? Because it's just probably my oldest kid follows me on social media. He's always having that emoji of like, it is what it is. I am my mother's child. Let's see. Like your necklace. Thank you. Oh, necklace has a story. I haven't worn necklace in, I want to say years, if months, if not years. But I was supposed to have a date last week and I stood the person up. And I was part of my outfit was a necklace. And I was like, you know what? Let me just even wear a necklace. Just this is layer no, this is layer one of immigration. That's a good one. Immigration Kingdom. Miss Edna, we were on time. You're late. Exactly. Tell her, Miss Abandon, she was late. Exactly. Nobody was going to show up at 9 o'clock ish. We're talking 9:02, maybe, but not 9 o'clock. Let's just not be hoping. It's good to hope against hope, but that's another level of hope. Let's leave that alone. That's too much level of hoping. The snack lady. Yeah. What kind of snack are you talking about? Because they're different kinds of snack. Are we talking of meat pie or we're talking of human snack? What kind are we talking about? Yeah. Once again, don't forget to share. Please share, especially this topic. Revisiting your green card eligibility when you have your N-400 case. Please share. Let people know. The more we know, let people be aware. Look through your records. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to make you more informed and know exactly what steps you can take. Or if your records check out fine, then all well and good. Mothers are heroes that don't wear capes. I'm telling you, my mom. Like, I'm not even kidding you. So for me, whenever I visit London, it is like revisiting my childhood because that's what I knew. My mom, now I didn't know then, but now knowing what I know now, I appreciate more the sacrifices my parents made, but my mom especially. My mom wanted us to have a certain lifestyle. And she made that happen. And she worked, she hustled, but because and so now, whatever it is that God gives me the grace to do for my mother, I will do. I will do, because one of the reasons I'm sitting here today is because of my mother, and that's why for me I go hard for my kids. Not because I think you got to take care. They take care of me. It's a blessing for them. It's a blessing for me. I think, but because I have that, I was given that, so that's what I know, and I'm doing the best to just do the same for my children. And so mothers really are heroes that don't wear capes, because my mom's got 4 kids. I have 3 siblings, and all 4 of us, we thank God. She's got a lawyer, she's got a surgeon, she's got a doctor, a nurse, she's got my older brother's got God knows how many master's degree, but she hustled. Yeah, she hustles. So we when we see her now, like she's paid her dues, and it's time for her to enjoy. And God willing, we pray that God gives her many, many years to come and enjoy it in good health. But though. It's not funny. I came across the border. Is there any chance I can adjust my status? Not married yet. Even if you get married, if you came in without inspection, EWI, you cannot adjust status unless you're filing for something like 𝒊𝒎𝒎𝒊𝒈𝒓, which allows you, if you didn't come in more than one time without inspection, or filing for asylum. But even if you get married to a citizen and you're doing your regular marriage case, you cannot adjust status without having to leave the country and getting a waiver. Once again, it doesn't matter what state you live in. I represent immigration clients in all 50 states. Doesn't matter where you live. North Dakota, Montana. I don't know if people need, but yeah, actually, immigrants need a high decline from there. South Dakota, New York, Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida. Doesn't matter. It's immigration. We can help you. I speak the number too fast. Well, Miss Ayodeji, that number has been posted like God knows how many times by 3 different people. She had a fine daughter that was smart too. What are we talking about? Let me go. I must have missed something. I don't know. She had a fine daughter that was smart. What are we talking about? Congratulations, all of them. Thank you. Let's see. I've noticed there's no way we come on live that there's no good news. To God be the glory, and we pray that every time we all come together, there's always going to be someone sharing something good. That's the whole point. That's one of the reasons why I started doing this live, so we can come together and actually share good news and encourage one another. Even just encouraging one another is good news, because sometimes you just never know what someone is doing. You don't know how many times someone has had to put in an immigration application and they almost giving up, like, you know what, I can't do this. You just never know what someone is dealing with. But if they come and hear from someone saying, you know what, don't give up, this is how long it took for me, and this is me today, you never know how that's going to impact someone and affect them or encourage them to not give up. But God alone be praised. My family and I received a 10-year green card today. Congratulations. The tips you share are so helpful. Thanks for all you do for the community. That's exactly what I was talking about. Well, only underscore. Congratulations to you and your family. I pray that that's the beginning of many, many blessings to come. Please repost this live. I usually do. Everyone is saying congrats, Mr. Wally. That is awesome. That is amazing. And we pray that your story your testimony will also be, a blessing to somebody else who's waiting on God for that. Okay, let's see. Is it advisable to send evidence to USCIS with asking for RFE? Is it advisable to send evidence to USCIS with asking, I think you mean without asking for RFE and I-360 application. So if I have, I'll give an example, and if maybe this applies to you. If I have of our case where we had a time constraint where we had to get the petition out, say because we requested abeyance. Oh, talking about abeyance, I just did one today, and I have to let the guy know we've got 30 days from today to send that case out. And the evaluation report, therapy report is not ready during that time frame, then what I need, we send that out. And so whenever we get the receipt notice, then I just send in the additional evidence and I don't wait for RFE. That's an example of what a situation that I do that. So if that's what you're talking about, then yes. If not, you may want to wait and see if they send you an RFE. Okay. Love your hair, ma'am. It's so unique. Thank you. We've been wanting to connect with you regarding the NIW pathway. Please advise how to do so. If you go on our website, olalayalawfirm.com, call our office 334-341-4475. You got to schedule a paid consultation. We can discuss your case. Love that going with God. Listen. Hello, TJ. Been a while. TJ. My TJ. I'm just super happy I chose you. This is, oh my goodness. Hi, Miss Niggleberry. Thank you. 𝒊𝒎𝒏𝒕. I'm grateful. I was glad we spoke today. I think you felt a bit better. You are absolutely welcome. Send me an email. I haven't gotten to my emails today, so bear with me. I've responded briefly, but I've got, y'all, I constantly maintain over 1,000 emails. So, I mean, Ganani. And sometimes I just shut down. And they said, I just shut everything up, shut it off, because God forbid, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do drugs. Thank you, Lord. But I got Jesus' power, but I'm still human. So sometimes you just have to shut it down. You got to shut it down and just recharge. Because it's the work that I do as a lawyer, and those who do similar things can relate. It's constantly thinking. Your brain is working nonstop. You're researching. You're doing briefs. You're figuring out arguments. It's constant. So you've got to shut it down sometimes. So bear with me. Hello, Mr. Lawyer. How are you? So I will get to those emails as soon as I can. I promise you. Yes, disclaimer: general information alone. Hello, Miss Shahini. How are you? Wait, your case is one of those I'm waiting. Probably going to be fighting them soon. Okay, let's see. Do you work on UVs, and how long does it take to get your I-765 approved? That's a bona fide determination. Was determined I do not do U visas anymore. Okay. What number can I use to call USCIS? Go on Google and just put a USCIS toll-free number. You get the number. Please, could you advise what the chances to win after a NOID? It depends on what your NOID is about. Okay. Thank you, Ms. Sanctuary. So, should we get to it? I got my soldiers already ready, like, Okay. What are the chances to be approved after a NOID? Same response. I would love to really see Auntie Bingpe. Yeah, Banky, where's your sister? Victor says, stop it. Otoro Nikamaso. Yeah, Banky, Auntie Bingpe. I will invite her one of I'll invite her one of these days. Money Auntie Bingpe, she might let you call she want a 360 for everybody. I ain't kidding you. Y'all think I'm joking. That's my mom. That's her sister. I'm not kidding. Those people give their children hips and thighs and ass. Excuse my French, is what it is. Oh, politically correct. Bum bum. But hey, when we wear jeans, everyone wear our jeans. That's it, right? We ain't need to go into the night to do nothing. Nothing against those who do that. Hey, if you want more junk in the trunk, then do it. I got enough. I'm 5 foot tall, so I got plenty that my mother's family already gave me, and my sister. We got plenty. Yeah, we ain't need no more. I need your help. Did you bash? How can I get in touch? 334-341-4475. I'll be surprised if not. Oh, I was gonna say I'll be surprised if Mr. Mr. Bennett hasn't responded. There we go. Based on the sanctuary, I think we may want email me because I think let's see what we can come up with and make an argument to expedite. You know what I'm talking about. Because the one that got approved today, I actually didn't think that was the one that went expedited. One of the ones they denied expediting is, but I was like, oh, okay, I'll take that. So you never know. Hello, Miss 𝐸𝐫𝐞𝐥𝐸, how are you? Okay, looks good on you. Thank you. How do you keep your shape? I don't. I used to work out really, really, like I used to really work out. I really don't have much time to work out. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I don't care. Y'all gym people, leave it alone. But I'm always on the go. So I think that helps me. And I'm always yelling at TJ. That's a lot of calories you burn. So I don't know, people. I don't really eat breakfast, but I hear it's not a good habit. I don't remember that I have to eat in the morning. That's just me. Because I'm like, we're going to school, we're going school runs, I'm going to the office, I'm going to court, or if I'm working from home, I don't know, but I eat my swallow. I don't play with my swallow. Like my mom, lick finger, Auntie Yamajaki. Listen, in addition to the Gunde family passing this big bomb down to all of us, I think Lick Finger, you're also culpable because she is the one sending me on my mom all the swallow food. So, and it's not, I don't usually add weight on top. It's settling down. So, but I don't really work out, to be honest with you. Would having extreme anxiety and not being able to go into work being successful without you can try having an affidavit to support that and see what's the worst that can happen. They deny. Sister Lloyd, not human snack. I went to get one of Linkry. I'm just asking. Hey, snack, what is your issue? It could be human snack, it could be meat pie, it could be liquid, you never know. She put pepper soup on her page. I was like, I'll be damned. So you already know what next I'm ordering. Okay, let's see. She deserves it. She does. My mom has worked hard. The funny thing is, my mom and I have a better relationship now, and she tell you than growing up. Growing up, I was like, whose mother is this one? Like, Jenny, but I was really close to my dad. That was this. But we have a good relationship now. So, can I travel with travel documents while waiting on valid response? As long as you have a valid advance parole, then generally should be fine. I'm not talking about your case, just saying generally. Okay. Let's see. Your citizen spouse wants to divorce a year after marriage and right before you put your applications in. What's your advice? You may want to sit down with a lawyer because is it manipulation? Are they trying to use it to control you? Are you going to be eligible for a VAR case? You never know. So sit down with a lawyer and talk about that. The notice of intent to deny is about good fit marriage. It still doesn't, I can't still tell you chances of approval. You've got to sit down with a lawyer and figure out what it is that you have to respond to. Can two lawyers represent someone for her case? You can't have two lawyers unless they're from the same firm, but you can't have like two lawyers from different firms on the VAR case. No, you can't do that. God, please purify this live session. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Why am I smiling? You know why I'm smiling. Um, amen. Thank you. Almost 16 months case, I received my aid. I think you mean EAD. You asked this question on Tuesday. I didn't receive my first primary facie. Does that mean that my case will be denied? I already said it doesn't. It's not. It's unusual not to receive um your prima facie in 6, but they may have sent it to you and you didn't never got. If you don't have a lawyer in your case, write them. If you don't have a lawyer, maybe it's time to get one. So because things like this, we send an email to them to just verify if they ever sent one to you, and they will respond and let us know. Okay, Mr. the Sanctuary. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm in and out because I'm at work. That's okay, Epic. That's no worries at all. It's going to the right place. At least fingers animation, the way she puts posts. I'm telling you, that woman is a savvy businesswoman. She's going places. She is going places. She is. I've told her whenever because not if, when she hit, because I'm not a fan of the word if. If is if it's, if maybe, no. We speak when. If my kid says, okay, if I get, no, you're, it's not an if you get 100%. When you get 100% in your, so you've got to speak it before you say it. So it's not if. When she hits, I told her, better make sure I'm one of your investors because I'm planning to retire early. So anywhere I can invest, I'm doing it. But she is a savvy businesswoman, puts those photos and videos, and she's cooking it like, auntie, they might take you, to mama here, mama Lori airplay. Please, madam, you gotta buy 2 Cs because this, I mean, come on now. Shanu one lick finger. But then again, you cannot turn her food down. Oh Lord Jesus. Mr. Bennett, right? It's like some people pay another fat to the right place with consequence. Oh, can I travel? Okay. Okay. You're welcome, Jasmine. Yes. When, not if. You've got to speak it. Good evening. Please, do you work in visa? No, can I already answer that question? No. Can I file 400 N-400 90 days before expiration date? Expiration date of what? Okay. All righty. So I think we were able, okay, that's a little bit more on Facebook and YouTube. Let's see. Do I need to be married to apply for I-765 under C9? It's not a marriage-based EAD. It's an adjustment of status-based EAD. So basically, if you've got an underlying petition that makes you eligible to file the green card application, example, you're married, 130. You have a valid case, I-360. You've got an employment-based case, I-140. You were granted asylum. You file the I-485. So the C9 is attached to the I-485. I don't do U visas anymore. Can I file my I-485? My lawyer told me my name will get in the way of getting an I-485, but I don't know if he was joking. Why would your name get in the way? Is that a joke? I'm not joking. No pun intended, but why would your name get in the way? Okay. I may see why I may be confused. Listen. No stickies, no needles. All right. All right, everyone. Once again, if we can help you with your immigration cases, contact information is 334-341-4475. Olalayalawfirm.com. That's a website. You can email us, text us. WhatsApp is the same number. Contact us on social media. We'll be glad, happy, and honored to represent you your immigration cases. I love that we come together and we are able to share in God's goodness, the mercies of God and His grace. The guy that was talking about Prince, um, you as well. I remember several. I don't even know how many times we have met or emailed or texted, and I kept telling him it's going to work out. It's going to work out. Oju Lopez is going to work out. And so to hello, Miss Timmy Ryan, to get that email from him, and he said, you know what, even though you're not my lawyer, but the encouragement you gave me along the way kept me going. That's what it's all about. If we're able to be a blessing to somebody's life, just to even it's just checking in with them and say, hey, thinking of you. Wanted to remind you that you cannot that you cannot give up. You can't let go. Don't you dare throw in the towel. It's going to work out. It may not look like it. It may look so gloomy, but it's going to be okay. So whenever we come together, I thank God that we're able to share those kind of stories. And my prayer is each and every time that God is going to bless us and keep making us come together in good health, being able to encourage one another. And so, whoever it is that we've come to know the staples in our in our lives, reach out to someone and say, you know what, this is what you said on the live. I'm just checking in with you and see if things worked out fine, or I'm praying with you, or join me in prayer. Let's agree, because where two or three are gathered in His name, there in the midst, He shall be. And I know that because it's not a case where I'm just saying this. That's what got me through my own process of getting a green card and citizenship. Because there were times I was like, you know what, I'm going back to my mom will tell you, I'm going back to Nigeria. But I thank God, because I won't be sitting down here doing this work if I had given up. But the one thing that I kept going back to is that if God decided to bring me to a foreign land, He's not going to forsake me and not complete the work He has started. And that's one thing I just want us to all remember each and every time, that the Bible says He who has begun a good work, He is able to complete it. It says Jeremiah 29:11. This is my badge each day. That because I know that the plans He has for each and every one of us are for good. There's no plan of God that is going to bring us evil, that's going to bring us grief. It's just that the plans are not going to come to fruition at our own time. It's going to be at the time God makes them come to fruition. But the one thing we just have to remember is we cannot give up. Hello, Ms. Aminat. We cannot give up. We cannot give up. We cannot give up. You've got to keep going. It doesn't matter who tells you it cannot be. I was told that foreigners don't pass the bar exam on the first try. I was told that in the middle of studying for the bar exam. Talk about being discouraged. But God decided that no, she's going to sit for it for the first try, and she was going to do it. I was told foreigners don't do the New York bar exam and get and pass it on the first try. God says no, she's going to sit for it, and she passes on the first try. It's not any man's report. It is God's report. And if He has brought you on this journey, He is going to complete that journey, regardless of what anybody thinks. So one thing you can do is you cannot give up. That's where you get defeated. As long as you're not defeated here and you keep going against all odds, you keep going, it will work out because God says so, and so shall it be. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you guys next